Okay, let's get started. We can start seated, I guess. So we'll just, going to do some energy work today, our Prana, Chi, whatever you want to call it. Just bring your hands onto your belly. Roll your shoulders up, down, and back. And then start to breathe a little bit more deeply, feeling the breath move into your hands. And then watch a slow, steady exhale. Deep breath in, breathing in through the nose. To start, if you want, you can breathe out through the mouth. Notice that the shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, allow your spine to lengthen up, so creating a little bit of that space between each of the discs. Without opening your eyes, just bring your hands to the side body, so underneath the bottom ribs, at the waistline, and inhale, breathe, and press the hands away. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Exhale, slow and steady. Feel the waistline narrow. Inhale. And exhale. Every moment you have a choice to be at peace or to be in resistance. When you are at peace, you attract positive energy, and when you resist, negative energy reflects back on your being. It's your own perception that creates stress and negative energy. You will generate positive vibes when your inner state is one of alignment and congruence. So when we think of energy as our life force, what animates our minds, our thoughts, our bodies, the resistance of that flow of energy, of course, would cause an adverse effect on our health and well-being. So today our focus will be on encouraging the flow of life force. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of the heart. Bow your chin to your chest. Setting your intention to, in a sense, go with the flow. To find your peace in each moment. You can gently blink the eyes open, taking in the tips of the fingers and slowly taking in the room. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. And exhale, draw your hands back towards your heart. Inhale, arms around and up. And exhale. One more time, inhale, arms around and up. And exhale. Roll over your ankles, come to hands and knees. Let's do a quick cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, draw your navel in, push the floor away. Inhale, arch. Again, curl your toes and exhale with bent knees. Press the floor away and walk your feet up towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and roll up through the spine. So let's bring the feet parallel and hip width distance apart. Root through the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, inner and outer heel. Feel that your tailbone is slightly lengthening down so that your front ribs are not fanning forward. Basically, we look for the cylinder of the rib cage to align with the cylinder of the pelvis. The pelvis is a bowl. The top of that cylinder connects evenly with the front and back of the rib cage, so that we have that container of the diaphragm to pump energy up and down. As we inhale, pressing the diaphragm down. As we inhale, lifting it up. I'm sorry, as we exhale, lifting it up. So let's start with a little movement here, a cat-cow and standing. You're gonna inhale and come into a little back bend, so arching, and then exhale and hug your navel in. Inhale. And exhale, so we stretch the back of the spine around, hug your elbows in, and you inhale. You could even allow for a little lift of the tailbone. Exhale, draw your navel in. And inhale, maybe even putting your hands behind your head, arching through the back, spreading the elbows. Exhale. And inhale. This is a QiGong exercise for enlivening the spine, getting energy flow through the spine. Inhale and exhale. So the more I study different kinds of exercise movement patterns, the more you see the similarities in each. So this again, it looks like a standing cat-cow. Inhale, stretch, little back bend. Exhale, hug your navel in and up. Good, now interlace your fingers, stretch straight up towards the sky, reach rounding down through the feet. And then exhale, hands behind your head, press your head back. It's like a little bit of a chair pose. So starting to build strength, ground from that energy in the earth. Inhale, stretch and lengthen. Tall as you can even let your shoulders come up towards your ears. And then exhale, coming into a chair pose. Inhale, stretching up, lifting the back ribs. Exhale, press your head back, seat back, hug your navel in. Inhale, root down to rise up. And exhale, press your head back, elbows wide. One more time, inhale, lift up. And exhale. So front ribs pull in. This is a neutral spine here. Inhale, let's come up, and this time taking it up and over. Interlace your palms and press them out and away from you. Try to get your chest through the upper arms. Exhale, come back into center. Inhale, let's take the opposite interlace of the fingers, palms up. Try to get that index finger to push away. Chest comes through, inhale. And let's flow through that. Exhale, hug in, shoulders drop. Inhale, interlace, right finger in front of the left. And press and open. Exhale, come into center. Left finger in front of the right, interlace and press out and open. Good, and bring it back into chair pose. Release your hands down towards the earth. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Weight more in the toes here so you can stack the joints, ankles, knees, and hips. Exhale, fold, big step back with your right leg and lower the knee. Hands to that left knee to help you rise up, navel back. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Exhale. Sink a little bit deeper without letting the belly button drop. Inhale, lift up. And exhale. Open the chest, cactus your arms. So as the sternum lifts, curl your tailbone under towards the left heel. And then exhale, let's rinse that out. Cross hand to hand, right elbow to the left knee. Shoulders pull away from the ears. Feel the tailbone, the direction of the tailbone reaching down towards the floor and the crown of the head opposite direction. So you maintain the canister, the front edge of the ribs, with a, even though it's spiraled, it's still balanced front to back body. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step your right foot up towards your left. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. And sweep your arms around it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Interlace your fingers, side bend up and over to the right. Exhale, back to center, drop into chair pose. Opposite finger on top. So try to turn the armpits in towards each other. So you externally rotate from the head of the arm bone. Exhale, hands come back towards the heart. Dive down, reach towards the earth. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Big step back with your left leg. Gently lower your left knee. Hands come up on top of that right leg. Push the floor away, ground down. So rooting to rise. Inhale, arms come up. Letting the hips drop just a little bit as you curl your tailbone under. And inhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reaching up. Bring your hands to your heart. So pull those ribs back. Tailbone drops. Inhale, lifting up. And again, cactus the arms. Stretch your arms up to the sky. You ground down to get a little bit taller. Lift the back ribs. Exhale, take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Draw the shoulders back and away from your ears. Rinsing out through the body. Lifting your navel off the top of the right thigh. And then inhale, lifting up and back towards center. Hands come to the earth. Step the left foot up towards the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, hands come to center. So reach your hands out. Press your hands, flex. Let's do another chi exercise. You're gonna bring the backs of the hands together as you inhale. Turn the hands out as you exhale. Do it as you bend the knees. So just a soft bend in the knees. Exhale, like you're gathering energy. Inhale. Turning the hands away from each other. Exhale, press out. Lengthen the hands away from each other. One more time. Inhale. Gathering up. Exhale and push away. Hold it here. So really push out through the hands. Bring the arms back out of your peripheral vision. Release your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers, lift the sternum. Maybe the gaze comes up. Hug your navel in as you take a fold here, reaching your shoulders away from your ears. And then bend your knees, release your hands towards the floor. Bend your left knee with your right leg straight. Hold and fold. A little bit more weight in the toes. And then bend your right leg. Fold. A little bit more weight in the toes. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Take a big step back with your right leg. Lower the knee. Inhale, rise up. Big circle of the arms. Exhale, reach forward. Don't bring the knee over the front foot. Inhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, release the hands down towards the earth. Straighten the back leg. And step back, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe here. Let's roll through the spine. So hug your navel in, back ribs towards the sky. Roll forward into plank pose. Get stronger through the hands. So press into the fingertips, the index finger knuckle, and we'll lower the knees down. Keep your sternum reaching forward as you hug your elbows back. Pinky toe to the floor, inhale, rise up. Exhale, sense that you're flowing like water here, like a wave. Inhale, the breath brings you up, elbows come back. Exhale, look towards your right side. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Exhale, look towards the left side. So first, lift the shoulders, draw them back and away from you to lift yourself up. And exhale. If you need to take your hands a little bit wider to root through the inner hand, then do it. Good. Now inhale, bring it back to center. Just release your forehead to the ground and roll the shoulders here. So let the shoulders come down to the earth, up towards the sky. You can use a little pressure into the hands. So you feel the lift of the shoulders. Keep them wide, collarbones wide, as you press up and hold cobra pose. Length through the back of the neck. Hold and breathe. Pressure into the fingertips. Heel of the hand is light. Exhale, release. Hug your navel back and in, and come back into child's pose. Sway forward and back. Roll up. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Press up. Navel in. Exhale, back. Inhale. And forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw back. So do this in a way that feels soothing to your body and your nervous system. Just rolling up and down. Roll the shoulders up and back. Hug your navel in. And this time just hold in that child's pose. Hold and breathe. Forehead down to the earth. Press back up to hands and knees. Walk your knees in so they're under the hips. Walk your hands forward into puppy dog pose. Hug your ribs in to release to the floor. And then you can play with how it feels, letting your ribs kind of collapse down and then lifting back up, bringing the stretch into the upper arm and shoulder. So you inhale, almost like a cat-cow here, letting your ribs collapse. And exhale, hugging them back in. Keep pressing the palms down and broadening the shoulders here. So as you press the palms down, roll the armpits to face each other. Hold and breathe. Good. And then walk your hands back to hands and knees. Inhale, curl the toes under. Heels are a little bit in front of the hand for correct alignment in dog pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high. Just going to step through low lunge. Right foot forward. Lower the knee. Inhale, circle the arms. Ground down. Inhale. Circle. Hug your navel back and in. Inhale, hold your cactus arms. Open the chest. Exhale, release your hands down to the floor. Straighten through your left leg. Hold for a moment. Scissor that right hip back. Step your left foot up towards your right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Let the back of your neck be long. Look to the right. Look to the left. Shoulders are lifted. Bend your knees and roll up through the spine. Inhale, arms up. Interlace the hands. Stretch up high. This time come up on the toes. So you get super tall here. Hands behind the head. Exhale, navel back. Just a few times. Inhale, always moving with the breath. Vinyasa means moving with the breath. Energy flows, you move with the breath. Exhale, press your head back. Pull your front ribs in. Inhale, stretch up, balance on the toes. Get taller. Exhale. Hold the chair pose this time, knitting your front ribs in and together, slightly curling your sitting bones under, and press your head back and your elbows a little bit wider. Just hold and breathe. Feel that containment of the core area. And exhale, release your hands to the earth. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's take a big step back with our left leg this time. So left leg back. Inhale, right arm up towards the sky. Hold the twist. Take a circle. Reach your right arm to the back, to the floor. Out in front of you without releasing the shoulder up towards the ear. Come back into your twisted lunge. Hug the right thigh back, the left thigh in, pelvic floor in, and then release. Right hand to the floor. Anchor that left heel. Cartwheel up into warrior two pose. Drop your left hip down. Good. And another chi exercise. So inhale, bring the hands in towards each other and up. And exhale, push away. Feel the knees press away from each other. Drop down. Inhale, gather. Exhale, push out. Hold that exhale.
Maddie, there's another mat. You would love it.
Inhale. I've got to remute everybody. Exhale. Okay. For the people that just joined, I just want to make sure everyone's muted. Exhale. Good. And release. Bring it into center. Spin your toes up. And now just from the third eye down to our power center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Get in touch with that energy. Energy that helps our circulation. That is our thoughts. That is our beings. It's all energy. Good. Inhale, bring your arms up. Spin your toes forward. Exhale. Hands to the hips to fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees and roll up through your spine. So the feet are parallel now. Inhale. Exhale, bend to one side. Inhale, come up and bend to the other side. Inhale, come up. Bend, reach the arms, draw your hips back. Inhale, arms up and reach to the opposite side. Inhale, come up. Spin your toes. So left foot turns out, right heel turns in. Warrior two pose, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Set yourself up here with the feet firmly grounded, the knees drawing away from each other. Drop your arms. Inhale, lifting up to the heart, and exhale, press away, drawing those knees away from each other. Press out into the right heel. Good. Dropping the arms. Inhale, lifting up. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Exhale, push away. Grounding a little bit deeper, shoulders drop. Inhale, feel that lift through center. And exhale, push away. One more time, grounding down. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, push away. Good. Release your hands to the floor. Let's inhale one more time, spin the toes back to center. Hands to the heart. Hands to the waistline, toes in front of the heels. Lower down. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Now reach, since I'm facing you, cue the opposite. Reach your left hand to your right ankle and then bend your left knee. So you get a stretch behind that left shoulder blade. Bring it up, back to center. Reach your right hand to the left knee. Bend our left ankle, bend your right knee. And bend your right knee, stretching behind the right shoulder blade. And bring it back to center. Walk your hands back towards the front of your mat, spinning your right toes forward, your left toes back, and press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your navel, lift your shoulders until you're over your wrists. Hold in plank pose. Breathe your heart forward. Exhale your navel in. And lengthen your sitting bones back towards your heels. So you can get more grounding through the ball mound of the foot to lift the inner thighs and lift your quads, the front of the legs. Hold. Don't let the head hang. Now from here, just pull your shoulders back towards your side waist. Hold that strength in the side of the rib cage. Bend your knees. Gaze is forward, but chin's not lifted. Lower down to the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Lift the shoulders, draw them back and away from you. Tricep, elbows towards the toes. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Press all the way up and back into child's pose. Back and forward to hands and knees. Curl the toes and come back into downward facing dog. Take your left leg high. Step it forward. Right leg straight and strong. Lift your left hand up towards the sky. Hold and breathe. And release. Step your right foot up towards your left. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, drop into chair pose. Inhale, arms around and up. Exhale. So as you move slowly, the breath gets a little bit longer. Inhale, come up onto the toes, steeple the fingers. Exhale, we're going to take a twisted chair, so left elbow to the right knee, or you can come vertical. Hold and breathe here. Keep the back of the neck long. Inhale, bring it back to center. Interlace those fingers, lift up on the toes. Exhale. Slow and steady. Exhale, empty out. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Hold your exhale. Inhale, lift up. This time, you can keep your heels on the floor, just come into a standing back bend. Hold and breathe. Exhale, release. Bending your knees, hands down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Big step back with your right leg. Anchor the back heel, come up into warrior one. Inhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Chi arms, inhale, pull back, make a fist. Exhale, push away. Inhale, pull back. Get taller, lift through the crown of the head, shoulders down and back. Tuck your tailbone slightly under. Exhale, push away. Notice you're not gripping with the toes. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Push away the idea that we want to change what we cannot change. Inhale. Allow yourself to flow with what's here, with all of your positive energy, with all of what you've got. Exhale one more time. Inhale, interlace the fingers. Drop your tailbone to lift your arms up. Keep dropping the tail. You can bend the back knee a little bit if you need to. Hold and breathe. Exhale, release your hands into airplane arms. Just lift the back heel. So just the back heel lifts. Keep reaching the fingertips away from the shoulders and pulling the navel back. Feel that work in the front leg. Inhale, lift up. Drop the back heel. Exhale, release your hands to the earth. Straighten that left leg, sorry. Hold and breathe. So here you may very well have your hands on blocks, up on the fingertips, whatever helps, so that you can relax into the stretch. And then step your right foot up towards your left. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms around and up. Come up onto the tippy toes. Hands behind the head in chair pose. One more time, reach up on the tippy toes. It's okay that my hands are coming out of the view. You know what I'm doing. Press your ribs back. Slide your sitting bones back. Good. Inhale, lift up on your tippy toes. You can allow your arms to come wide as you dive forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Long spine. Spread your sitting bones wide. Try to stretch the mat between your heels. Exhale, fold. Big step back with your left leg. Anchor the back heel. Come up into Vira 1. Inhale. Opposite side. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart. So there's a dropping down of the right outer hip, a lifting up of the left hip and rotating it forward. Left hip rotates up and forward. Let's inhale, pull back. Exhale, push away. Keep strength in the back leg. Inhale, pull back. Feel the tailbone dropping and the heart rising. Exhale, push away. Inhale. Tailbone drops. Exhale, as you come over that front foot, make sure that those toes are not gripping. Inhale, lifting up. Shoulders down, stretch through the chest. Exhale, one last time. Interlace your hands, bring them straight up. So as the arms lever up, the tailbone levers down. You can bring your gaze up for a moment. Hold and breathe. Exhale, airplane your arms. Lift your back heel and hold. Feel from the pressure, the push off of the left big toe, the lift rebounding through the spine, through the crown of the head, working your right thigh. Notice that the right knee is over the ankle. Your shoulders roll away from your ears. Your front ribs pull in towards the back ribs. Release your hands to the floor or to your blocks. Straighten the right leg. Hold and breathe. And hold for one more breath here. And step your left foot up towards your right. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms around and up. Exhale. Up on the tippy toes. Inhale. Hands behind the head. This is so strengthening for your back as you lean forward. Hug your ribs in. The weight that you should feel if you touch your back muscles, they're turned on here as you press your head back. You can stretch your arms forward. Pull your shoulder blades a little bit more down the back, turning your armpits towards each other. Again, feeling that work. Exhale and take a ragdoll. Maybe even Hasta Padangustasana, stepping on the hands. If you can reach, you can bend your knees as much as you need to. Maybe even lifting the heels, relieving any tension in the hands. And then step it back, plank pose. Heart forward, shoulders back. Get those serratus muscles turned on. They're right here, serratus. Connect to the side ribs, underneath the scapula, to the front ribs. Lower the knees, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Press the floor away. Neck gets a little bit longer. Exhale, hug your navel in. Come through that same thing. Inhale forward. From the knees or from the toes. Exhale, pull your shoulders back. Work that serratus muscle. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you can step or float the feet up towards the hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms around and up. Exhale into chair. Inhale. Let's float that right leg up towards the sky. So one-legged mountain pose. Keep pressing down from your outer left hip down. Hold and breathe here. Twist to the right. That's your exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Do it again. Exhale, twist to your right. A little wobbling is fine. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hug your right knee in towards the chest. Hug the legs together. You can kickstand the arms or coming into Garudasana, the eagle pose. Right hand under the left. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Hug your navel in. Just hold and breathe. Completely fine to fall out of the pose and come back in. A moment to allow the mind to be quiet. Compress, come a little bit deeper. Compress. Inhale, fly out into warrior three and open. Release your hands to the floor. You can do standing stick or variation of warrior three. Release your right leg. Come into squat pose. Arms reach up. Exhale, release your hands to the earth and roll up through the spine. Circle your arms. 1, 2, and 3. Good, inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Hug your navel and ground through the feet. Inhale, lift your left knee. One-legged mountain pose, just hold. Find your balance, grounding down by sending your outer right hip down towards the earth. Hold and breathe. And exhale, bring your right hand back, left hand back. Inhale, lift back into center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Strengthening our outer hip muscles that help us balance. Hug your left knee in towards you. Good, then bend your knees. Drop your left leg over your right knee. Arms come out. Come into your Garudasana. Right arm underneath the left. Squeeze your elbows in to hug your shoulder blades down the back. So the bottom tips of the shoulder blades are pulling down towards the back. Navel's pulling in. Curl your sitting bones slightly under. Hold and breathe. Allow your breath to be the focus here. Squeeze a little bit deeper, compress the body. Squeeze the elbows in, the knees squeeze in towards each other, the navel hugs back in it. And then inhale, unwind, come into that warrior 3 pose. Arms out, hold and breathe. You can release your hands to the floor here, right in front of the face, or back by that right foot to come into standing stick pose for a deeper stretch in the right hamstring. Hold and breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. Soften the knee, standing leg. Take your feet a little bit wider, come into that squat pose. Reach the arms up. Inhale, palms press up. Stretch, elongate the spine. Exhale, just reach your hands between the knees, stretch through the back. Curl your fingers a little bit further forward to come up onto the toes, and one more time into your Uttanasana with wide legs. Exhale, roll up. Roll the shoulders back. 2 and 3. So another exercise to get that energy flowing is tapping. I have the emotional freedom technique, EFT, where we've helped just to think about negative things to release them, and then positive things to replace the negative. But right now, just tapping along the thymus, feeling that stimulation of the energy, help to increase our metabolism, to enhance our mood. Hold and breathe, that tapping. And then we're going to tap across the chest, tap down the inside of the right arm, and exhaling up the outside. Inhale, down the inside of the arm, exhale, and right up into the neck. Down, inhale, exhale, tapping on the side of the neck to finish. One more time. And exhale back to the side of the neck. And then back to the chest. You can use flat hands or the knuckles, the middle digit of the fingers. And then come across the left arm. Inhaling, and then exhaling down the back of the arm. Inhale. Releasing stagnation. Stagnation comes first through resistance. It's not the things that happen, it's how we repress what happens, how we react to what happens that creates that negative, that lack of flow of energy in the body. Inhale down the arm. Exhale up the arm. Tap the side of the neck. Take it side to side. Little taps as you twist side to side. Soft fists, soft shoulders, soft gaze. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slow it down. Twist the arms side to side. Bring it back to center. Inhale, bring your arms around and up. Exhale one more time, drop into that little ball and squat pose. Fingers can come down, chin can tuck in. Hands come behind you. Bring it to the floor and just do a seated back bend. Press your elbows back, lift your heart. Exhale, allow the spine to round and the shoulders to come up towards the ears. Inhale, lifting up. Elbows back. And exhale. If you want, plant the hands and inhale. You can do what we just did or come up into table pose. Hold and breathe. Great for you computer junkies on the computer all day. Stretch through the front of the arm. Draw the sternum towards the chin and the tailbone towards the knees. Exhale and release. Take a moment to roll the wrists. Then change the direction. Let's cross at the ankles, mid-chin. Just do a little release of any stuck energy in the hands. Pull out, pull out, pull out, wiggle, pull out. So each of the tendons has a separate tendon that goes through the carpal tunnel that runs down each of the fingers. When we stretch the fingers separately, and you can do it this way as well, stretching the fingers separately, we release the tension in the carpal tunnel area. Good. Other side. Just pulling the fingers back one finger at a time with a straight elbow. I'm doing this really fast. You can do this much slower, but just to get a few things in. Inhale, shake the arms, wiggle the fingers. Let's take a quick fold here, sending the heels away from each other. Just come into your forward fold. Take a moment wherever you are. Hands can be on the floor. You can be sitting up here. Let's start with that straight neutral spine. Just hold and breathe. So the shins are parallel to each other and to whatever edge of the mat you are on. If I'm at the long edge of the mat, so my shins are parallel to the long edge of the mat. I'm pressing even, I can put my hands on the ball of my foot and press out. So feet press into the hands. Just allow. Doesn't have to be a deep, deep stretch. Allow it to feel good. Allow the breath to flow. And then we'll release and change sides. Cross mid-shin. Shins are parallel. If you want the feet, hands on the feet and press out. Stretching through the hips, a gentle stretch. If you have a block and want to put it in front of you so you can rest your forehead or elbows or hands on the block. Anything to make it more comfortable where you can just breathe into the hips. Option here is half lotus if you can do it. So ankle on top of the other knee rather than both ankles on the floor. Hold and breathe. Maybe even taking a moment to think about the things that you try to kind of put under, any emotions that you bury, and see if you can take a moment to just let those emotions bubble out, or think about what you might suppress, because these create blockages. They get stored in the tissue. We have to come through these poses and breathe and hold and let them release. Come back to center. Let's take one gentle twist towards the right. Let's gentle twist towards the left. Good, and we'll come into, I'm running out of time, but let's come into Marichiasana. So step your left foot outside of the right knee, hug the knee in for another twist. Sit tall, right shoulder down. Look behind your left shoulder. You can kickstand with the left hand. Lift the back ribs and exhale, ground down through the sitting bones. Take a moment to let your head draw a little, your chin draw a little circle across the front of the chest. Moving in a range of motion that feels soothing, comfortable to your own body. Good, and then release. Just walk the hands out in a counter stretch like you're trying to reach something way over towards the right side. And then we'll switch the legs. Take your left heel back towards your right sitting bone without sitting on it. So the right sitting bone, we want it to drop towards the floor. We want the foot on the floor. Inhale, sit up a little bit taller. Maybe shifting your hips over towards that left side so you can feel yourself grounding a little bit more equally. You can always sit up on a blanket or a pillow here. And then just hug the right knee in towards the left shoulder. Hold and breathe. Lift the heart. Gentle twist. Soften the muscles in the face. Shift the head back. Drop the chin. Look all the way behind your right shoulder. Draw a little circle with the chin across the chest from shoulder to shoulder, letting your head drop. Come back towards the right shoulder. Let it drop and come over towards the left shoulder, keeping your shoulders back and down. And then unwind. Reach your right hand all the way over to the left. Hold and breathe. And then bring it back to center and come onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest and draw little circles. And then change direction. Stretch behind your right leg, flex your foot, left leg long. Exhale, scissor the legs. Hands behind the left leg, right leg, reach through both heels. Shoulders pull down, shoulder blades pull underneath you. Right leg towards you, left leg reaches out, reach and up through the heel and out through the heels. And switch the leg. One more time, hold that right leg in towards you, and now kick it away. So as the hands grip the back of the thigh, try to kick the leg away from you, straightening the leg just a little bit more. And then bring the left leg up and switch, right leg down. Kick the left leg away from you, shoulders down. Flex the foot. And release, bend that knee, bring it down to the floor, arms wide, and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Start small. Close your eyes and notice where you feel the rotation. Notice the internal movement, internal and external movement in the area of the hip socket. Nice gentle movement. Twisting and lengthening the spine. Just pause for a moment on the left side, left hand on top of the right knee. A little resistance, right thigh presses up into the left hand and left hand presses down. It's creating a little bit more stretch through the right side. Deep breath in. Feel free to have your eyes closed here. And then right foot to the ground. Let both knees roll over towards the right side, right hand on top of the left thigh. Press it down as the thigh tries to come back up towards the sky, but your right hand doesn't let it. Lengthening your left side. Hold and breathe. Sliding your left knee in the direction of your right knee to find a little bit more space. And then exhale, gently come back to center. And let the legs windshield wiper just another tiny bit. Find your center. Hug your knees in. Little rock, pulling the knees in towards the chest, lifting the tail and stretching the back. And then arms and legs up towards the sky to shake out. Give that stuck energy a run for its money by letting everything really shake and wiggle here. Shake and move the muscles in your face. Squeeze and open, squeeze and open. One more shake. Take a big stretch, wide open mouth yawn. Stick your tongue out. And then release into your final resting pose. Be mindful of that flow of energy. Allow yourself to release. Release any resentment. Allow for forgiveness. To allow and create that freedom of energy to flow. Allow your emotions to flow. Feel the freedom and space for the belly to rise and fall. Taking a moment in steady stillness. As you observe, linking consciousness with what's underneath the layer of conscious awareness. Now, feel free to stay here as long as you like. And gently begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. And stretch that right arm overhead. Draw your left leg in to roll over onto your right side. Pause. Slowly make your way back to a seated position. Feel free to sit up on a pillow Inhale. Exhale. Just taking a moment in your days, couple of minutes to sit, watch the breath, feel the flow, the rise and fall of your life force, listening to whatever comes up, mind and body. Give yourself the opportunity to find space, to allow your energy to flow. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands together in front of the heart, and bow your chin to your chest. We seal our practice in gratitude for allowing ourselves to flow with the current of life, to find freedom and peace within each moment. It's my honor to teach you. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much. I'm going to unmute.
Thank you, Carolyn.